Hey guys, what's happening? So, you know how a few days ago I filmed that video in which I talked about how I hated assembling furniture? Well, I ended up doing something pretty dumb, which was washing my car. And the reason I say that is a dumb thing to do is because this is the season when you have all kinds of pollen and dirt and just all kinds of bullcrap just floating up in the air and it lands in your vehicle. And really, I knew that my car would get dirty immediately afterward, but what made me go ahead and wash it is that it had been over a month since I had done any kind of washing on my car, and I was starting to see some like grime or whatever forming, and I just can't have that because it makes me feel like I'm mistreating and abusing my vehicle, which does a lot more for me than I will ever do for it. So, um, another thing was that toward the end of last month, I got to washing my mom's car, and it's kind of an SUV shaped vehicle, so that one is particularly challenging to wash because I actually have to get a stool on the side and step on the rear wheels for me to become acrobatic and just reach the spots on the roof that are like, you know, difficult and beyond my reach. But fortunately, I'm one of those people who I just have long reach, so I can get anywhere. But it's like, although seeing my car dirty irritates me, and it usually takes me 2 hours to wash my car on the exterior, it didn't bother me to see it infested with pollen again the next day because at least I did like a pre main wash, which means that when I do get to it to like pimp it up for the warmer climate or whatever, it's gonna look nice and I won't have to scrub some areas as hard. And really, what makes me love washing cars so much is that I have like a pattern that I follow, and it's just really relaxing. I get to listen to my music as well, and I have like a playlist for dealing with vehicles and all that. It's like, rock and some other soundtracks. And it just makes time go by so fast, and it's such a relaxing activity. I'm outside, the sun is shining. I do it in the evenings, of course, because you don't want to be like at noon, and let alone when the vehicle is really hot. So, it's just the idea of having stuff that's clean, especially by my own hand. It really like makes me happy. Like, I love doing laundry. Not whenever there's stuff that's dramatically dirty. Fortunately, I'm not one of those folks who say play softball or anything like that and you would have like incredibly dirty uniforms. I wouldn't like that. But every time clothes are fresh out of the like dryer and all that, I just want to snuggle up in it, and I do snuggle up in it before I store it away. Um, so same thing with my car. It's like as soon as I wash it, I just want to start driving more than I already like to drive. Um, and then it's interesting. I'm one of those people who I like to stay really clean as much as possible. Like, I'm one of those people who, after I use the checkout or just touch many surfaces and I feel my hands dusty in any way, I just go and wash my hands. And really, the reason I do that is because I do not realize just how often I touch my face during the course of the day. So it's just not cool to be spreading all those germs, and making myself sicker than I already get on average. Because you guys see how often I get sick. So if I can take some steps to reduce the index of illnesses in me, I will. So one really good way to battle that is by practicing good hygiene, especially with your hands. So Anyways, gosh, I get so sidetracked, but I just like to talk. But anyways, see, what I was getting to with that is that my favorite part to wash are actually the rims and the tires and the wheels, all of that, which is supposed to be the grossest part of the car. Well, the very bottom of it would be like the grossest part. Is it called the undercarriage? I don't know car terms, so I may be totally wrong. But but it's like they're like my shoes. They gotta be on point. They gotta be nice and clean and shiny, and you know, the rims can get so dark and black and like grimy and all kinds of gunk in there that it's like that's the part that I take most pride in because I know that it's gonna be like the grossest part that it's easy for me to reach in my car. And I know that my car is critically dirty whenever I see bird droppings. Now, if I were to wash it, say today and tomorrow, there is like bird stuff over it, I will probably go ahead and give it a quick rewash. Like nothing dramatic, just wipe every inch of the car again, but not really like scrubbing it or anything or detailing or anything like that. Just because I'm one of those people who, if I start cleaning one spot, I'm like, why is the rest of the car not evenly being cleaned, you know? Like, I just have that obsession. And, but, anyways, now, interestingly enough, the most merciful part of the vehicle, like the relatively cleanest part of the vehicle, which would be the glass windows, windshields. I hate cleaning that. And it's just probably because no matter how many times I Google tips on how to clean glass, I mess it up somehow. It's either I can see the water droplets, water stains in there, or the microfiber prints itself into the windshield. So it's like all of my hard work is just not getting me anywhere. And the worst part about that is that at night, it's so bad that I cannot see very well. And I already cannot see well as it is because I just have vision problems. So, like, it's pretty frustrating for me. So now I am aiming at just dominating that. And on this last wash that I did, I drove at night the other night, and it went pretty well. I'm usually not out that late anymore because honestly, it was starting to get dangerous for me to be out there. But yeah, you guys, it's probably an unconventional thing to say, I guess, that I enjoy such an activity so much. But it's just the way I am, honestly. Ever since I was a kid, like 8 years old, I've always washed my mom's vehicles. So now that I have my own, and you know, she really isn't capable anymore of cleaning stuff like she used to, so it's like I get to take care of hers too. It's pretty exciting for me. Sometimes my schedule is too hectic to allow for that to happen, but no matter what, I always write it down on my to-do list and it ends up being done, and I feel so satisfied and happy every time I do that. So yeah, you guys, what do you guys think? Do you enjoy washing your cars, or do you rather take it to the touchless or the automatic car washes, or you take it to someone to have it washed for you? What do you do for car maintenance when it comes for cleaning and stuff? The interior, it's a little bit of a more complicated story because since I live in an apartment, it's like oftentimes when I try to vacuum the interior, stuff from the tarmac also ends up in my filter because, you know, it's an open space and open lot, so like it's kind of awkward to use the vacuum cleaner when you don't have a closed space, and my proximity to the vehicle between the apartment and it is not that far. It's only a few steps away, but it doesn't make it any easier, especially when I don't have a choice as to how to park my vehicle to reach it, you know? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, you guys, that is all that I have to say on the matter. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you soon.